All right. All right. Well, let's get started here. So I'm going to call the November 2nd, 2021 Conservation Board to order. And on the docket tonight, we have, looks like just one item, Watson Pole Barn, project number 39-SP-2021. And so it looks like it's a 2,000 square foot pole barn that the owner, Abram Watson, is looking to put up. I can't see who's online because I'm on my phone, but do we have the applicant on, Abram?
Yeah, hi Andrew. How you doing tonight? Thanks for having me.
Good. Yeah, no, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Sorry about the video. I just realized my my protection software blocked my webcam.
No worries.
I don't want to log out and come back in.
Yeah, no, it's not a hard requirement for applicants. It is for us board members. So no worries there. So not sure how much Kim and the planning department got into, who we are, what we do, the conservation board that is. But just to give you a little high level background.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're an advisory committee that feeds into the planning board. And, we're obviously looking at things like, conservation. We're looking at the, how that land's being used, some of the natural resources, not just the, the general landscape, but also water and how that's affected, the general topography, slopes and, whatnot, and how that's being managed and protected. And then we're looking at anywhere from large scale projects, like, some of the bigger developments and commercial projects to like yourself here, kind of private, smaller scale projects, although this 2,000 square foot pole barn is pretty decent size. So to that end, what I'm going to ask is maybe you can give us a little narrative on your project, and then what we'll do is we'll go around the table with some questions and comments, and we'll provide our comments up to the planning board. So okay. Then the floor is yours.
Perfect. Super. Thank you, everybody, and appreciate you having me on the agenda tonight and going through the project. So we bought this property just over a year ago. It's a little over 3¼ acres, and we just love this area. We are in this area all the time. We presently live just around the corner in Mendon, right near Route 64. So when we had the chance to get this property, we're real excited to be able to build a ranch home and kind of downsize and right size and start from scratch a little bit. So we've been working on the site plan that you've seen, and also the architectural work is underway as well. If you were at the property and you walked to the north off the road, it's a long property, about 800 feet on one side and 600 feet roughly on the other. So it's quite deep. And as you walk the property, yeah, thank you, actually. There's a natural sort of high spot right where the buildings are. It runs slightly diagonally across the property. And so there's really only one kind of clear place to build from working with the site planner and just being on the lot. And way back, actually, there was a plan, an approved house plan for this property back in the late 70s for a smaller house in exactly the same spot. So we worked with that area, and then, obviously you can see the grading proposed and all the other elements of the drawing, septic, etc. Actually, that one should be the new one with the driveway. I didn't get to look, but the driveway is located as far east as possible on the property. And so our objective is we're hoping to build in the spring, or like April, start in April maybe, get all of our planning done now, get any, work with you all and the planning board, make sure we can get everything squared away. The barn, which is behind and to the east slightly of the house, is shrinking every time we do the math, it's down to about 1,700 square foot now. And the house will be around 2,600 square feet. That's the proposal in the current architectural drawings that are behind this site plan. And we've got, the site engineer so the idea is a barn that will look quite a bit like this, little lower roof. So that we expect the height to be probably 26 feet, maybe maximum. But it'll have a combination of materials sort of like that to try to match as close as possible to the house, which will be a ranch, sort of a bit of a more modern design. So what else? Everything, as you can see from the drawing, where the house is about a little over 200 feet from the road. The barn would be about 300 feet from the road and kind of in the center of the lot. So setbacks are, there's quite a bit of setback on the sides, a ton of setback from the rear of the property. And we got some drainage planned to rain gardens. And then, just look for any other counsel from you all as to whether that's sufficient or we need to do anything additional on drainage and water handling.
So is the house built, or is that planned construction as well?
No, it's all right now. It's all wooded. So the whole project is planned. We'd like to do everything all at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, working with one builder who will hopefully do both buildings.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to apply for two separate permits or two separate projects?
Well, the planning board meeting next week, I think, is because of the size of the barn exceeds the 1,000 square feet.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So then the rest of the plan was kind of administratively approved. We talked to Al Benedict a couple of times before we got started, and then showed him a plan revision. But really the size of that barn kicked it into the process, which is totally good. Yeah, all understandable. So, and the feedback has helped us do stuff like we moved the driveway to improve the site distance.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
all good feedback.
So one question I have, just looking at the site plan here,
sure.
As you mentioned, you kind of have a natural knoll, if you will, and that's where you're going to build. And I think that makes the most sense. The back side of that barn I see is, got some, a nice slope there. Is that, and then I see some additional contouring. Is that fill that you're bringing in, or?
Well, we believe we'll have everything there. So we're taking about 5 feet off from the very highest point, right in the center of the house.
Okay.
It's currently at 750 feet.
Okay.
And the idea is for that level where the main level of the house is at to be graded down to about 745 feet.
Yeah.
So go ahead, sorry.
No, no, that makes sense. The only thing I would be concerned about with any of these slopes, especially being, dirt, and I'm glad you're using, the spoils from the current project, on the project itself, so you're not bringing any additional fill in.
Right. Right. Gotcha.
What I would be concerned about is erosion control in that area. So just something to be aware of. I don't know if you've had any grass or plantings that you're going to put on there, but that's when it comes to steep slopes like that, it's got to be aware of that,
okay.
the rock and whatnot.
No, that's great. So you're primarily talking behind the barn, or sort of to the north of the barn.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere you're putting, it looks like you're kind of building up a little bit, where you're
right.
You got a decent grade there.
Right.
Anywhere you have that, and that's kind of virgin soil, or excuse me, on top of virgin soil, that's you got to be careful of that.
Okay, so, great.
So just be aware. Yeah,
we can plan for that either extend some of that wall, or make sure we've got some plantings on top of there, that would be good.
Yeah, even just a regular grass would,
Okay.
just making sure you have some footing in there, not just loose soil or anything like that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So let's kind of go around. It's a pretty straightforward project. I guess board members, what do you guys all think of this? Any questions, comments?
Yes, so he said that it's wooded right now, and what he presented was proposed. Do you anticipate removing a lot of trees?
Yeah, great question. Not only the ones to clear for the buildings. The idea, we actually, sorry to tangent a bit, we were glad to be able to move the driveway over to the east side, because the nicest trees that will sort of insulate us from the road are right in front of the house, between the road and the house. So the idea, it's primarily, there's some old box elders through there and honey locust trees. So our idea is to keep all of that woods from the road to up to the house, or just to, just before the house, if you like. And then nothing will be cleared behind the barn past that area that's graded. So the idea is to clear, just where the buildings need to go. We don't need to clear everything on the east side, so there will be a margin left there for the boundary with that neighbor. We don't need to clear anything right along the west side. So we're going to clear only the bare minimum right on the top of that hill, which is currently a couple of old box elders and some tangly bushes. But otherwise, we don't want to clear too much. We like the wooded nature of the lot and want to try to leverage that.
So you'd be removing trees in addition to scraping about 5 feet of land to sort of flatten it.
Yeah, exactly. Good summary.
So to Andrew's point, one of the concerns with the soil erosion, what are you proposing to do as protection to make sure that you don't have any excessive soil removal during that process? And I mean, it's kind of getting heavy into the construction. We just want to make sure that is maintained to a certain point, so you don't end up in more trouble, in the event that we have a wet winter. You say,
yeah. Exactly. So I think that idea would be we would be planting grasses around the house, or grass generically. As far as how best to control it during the project, I'm not sure. Maybe there's the, hay bales and that kind of, I'll have to look for the builder's advice on how to keep it intact while we build. But afterwards, we would intend to do plantings all around the house, around the barn, and a yard, a small yard, which should hopefully keep that intact. Unless you have any other recommendations of things other folks have done, that works better than that. On the rear of the house where the pool is, there will be a retaining wall to hold that. And then there shouldn't be any change to the ground past that point. So hopefully in that corner, we're okay. In the front of the house, if we can keep get it planted to control the erosion there and off to the side of the driveway. And then we also talked earlier about behind the barn. I don't know, that would be our expected plan, unless you all recommend something else.
Andrew, you're muted.
Oh yeah, Andrew, you're muted.
We have a native plant manual that I would recommend to take a look at. That's going to give you some good idea of what, some of the species of, landscaping plantings that would go well for this area. That's available at any of the landscape stores in the area here. If you ask for it, I think it's online too, and the planning department should have a PDF copy that can provide you as well.
Okay, sorry, I missed just the beginning. What was the name of that?
It's the Native Species Plantings Manual.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a pretty comprehensive guide to not just landscaping, but trees and different types of grasses, and basically anything that you can put in the ground that's going to grow.
Okay, great.
That's going to give you a pretty good idea. And like I said, the different different landscape companies, Bristol's, and whoever you end up working with or get stuff from, they'll be able to help you out, or we'll have that manual as well. So.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
Keith, any other comments?
Nothing that jumped out at me except for that, the tree removal and that soil.
Cool. You guys hit on everything. To me, the only other question I had was, I know you're going to use this for storage. Sounded just like personal vehicles that you're, using, and maybe I don't know, lawnmowers, tractors, that kind of thing. One of the things we'd look for is storage of a lot of chemicals or anything along those lines. Any plans for anything like that?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, it's it'll be, we have a camper van, like a Sprinter based van that we can get inside with this, and then to work on the car. And we have an unbelievable number of bicycles somehow. So no, nothing toxic though.
Very good. Cool.
Fair question though. Thanks.
Sure. That's all I had.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add. Seems like a pretty basic project. Wish you well in your process here, and go in front of the planning board.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I think the only I'll circle back to the point about erosion control within the project. Your builder will definitely be able to help you there. I can't see it. Yeah, I do actually. I think I see temporary fence.
Yeah, they've shown it on looked like the side.
We might have lost you, Andrew.
Yeah, he just froze up.
There you go. You're back, Andrew.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm having a little technical challenge here. Yes, I think the only that was, I just wanted to comment on that. No, I think this is pretty straightforward. And so when are you on the planning board agenda?
A week from tonight.
A week from tonight. Okay.
Yep.
When are you looking to start the project?
We'd like to start in April, or whenever the weather makes sense next spring. So not try to do anything much this winter. Maybe get up there and start figuring out which trees. Do a little pre-work there, but
yeah.
But no, just trying to get ahead of the game for next year, really.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else. I wish you luck, and yeah.
Uh-oh. We're losing Andrew again. What he's trying to say, though, what he's saying is we'll pass up our comments to the board, so they'll have them. It's probably going to be just, erosion protection, which your builder should help you with. Gotcha. And other than that, we wish you luck. You're welcome to stay and listen to the rest, but I think all we've got left is approval of some minutes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you all.
So thank you.
No, thank you all very much. I appreciate the time and the council. So have a great evening. We'll hope to talk to you later. Take care.
Thanks. You too. Good luck.
You too.
Thanks.
Oh, and
Thank
there's
you.
Andrew back.
Yeah.
I think just minutes then, Andrew, from last week or
Yeah.
last time. Where is it?
I think it's frozen again.
Yep.
Let's try this
Unstable internet.
Yeah.
That's the notice I get sometimes.
Gotta get that green light in here.
I've signed that petition like 100 times.
Like, we got 100 people signed. Oh, wait, it's just Tim Norman.
Yeah.
Are you back, Andrew? Looks like you're back.
again. For the moment, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So just yeah, I guess minutes is the only thing we have left, right?
Mhm.
I read through them. They look good, straightforward.
I
Yep.
just had one little thing. I don't want to be a pain. But it was, oh shoot. I had it pulled up and now I don't. Wait, let me grab my Dropbox real quick on my other thing. It was just, there was a comment that on the Southgate Hills project that the woods are going to be preserved. And then about 2 sentences later, it said they're going to take down like 3 acres of woods or something along those lines. So I just figured one of those needed to go. Here it is. I apologize. Southgate Hills. So first, second, third, 4. Geez, it's so tiny. I apologize, guys. Oh, here we go. So what is it? First, second, third paragraph. This will be a major subdivision, applicant 50% open space, parcel, blah, blah. The entire wooded area is protected. And then the next paragraph down below said sites mainly wooded areas. They're removing 3.5 of the ag field and 4 acres of the woods. So unless I'm just reading it wrong, it seems like that first sentence where it says the entire wooded area is protected should probably be stricken. Unless you guys read it different.
No, I think you're right. That's okay. So
Unless they mean protected. I mean, I don't know how else they mean it was meant to be protected.
I read it as the Fish Creek, area is that 100 feet buffer is protected, but it does read funny. I agree, Matt. So whether it's the way you're reading it or I'm reading it, but it should be cleared up specifically what area is protected, or if it's not all protected, remove it.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I see what you're saying now. Maybe we just take that action to reword that a little bit. So the entire wooded area.
It could probably just say, have 4 acres on site, another 1 acre off site, and then go straight to 100 feet of the stream buffer on Fish Creek, and all the steep slopes, are protected. And then down below, sites mainly wooded, and so on. So I think that one short sentence probably should just be removed. That's all.
Yep, I would agree.
With that revision, though, I'd make a motion we accept these.
All right.
I'll
motion
second
by
that.
Tim, second by Tim. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. All right. Anything else? Any other business we have to cover?
Not for me.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Tim.
I think Keith put his hand up. He's seconding it.
All right. Keith, second by Keith. All in favor?